In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with 3 Pantene hair care products, a shampoo and a conditioner that are called Grow Strong, and also a leave-in cream that is Go Longer. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. It is wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's hair care review video. I'm really excited to share with you my experiences with 3 products from Pantene that are supposed to kind of bring strength to your hair. So I'm going to talk you through that. Just to let you know, I obviously have this channel here on YouTube where I focus on bringing you beauty product reviews, but I also do guided meditations and a talking therapy called Emotional Freedom Techniques. So if you want to know more about this channel and also the rest of my presence online, take a look at the video description and you can find out more about me and my brand. Just to let you know, this video is not sponsored. In fact, I don't think I've done any sponsored videos except for one video ages ago where I got gifted a cream and I was asked to do a video in return, but you know, I didn't get any payment. It was just the cream, and I wasn't expected to say a certain thing about the product. So this video is not sponsored. You will be getting my honest opinion on the products that I mention. All the products that I mentioned today in the video, I will list in the video description. If they do have an asterisk beside them, it means that, and then a link, it means that that is an affiliate link. I am an Amazon associate, which means I may earn from qualifying purchases. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Basically, if you do use one of my links and buy, I will get a small commission, and I do use that commission to then buy more products so that I can continue to do this content for you. I can continue to share content here on this platform. So without further ado, let's talk about my hair. So obviously, if you're no stranger to my channel, you've heard me say this a lot of times. And by the way, if you're not a stranger, thank you so much for returning. I really do appreciate it. If you're new, thank you for giving this video a try. I am perimenopausal. Feel like I've been going through the perimenopause for a long time. I'm 50 years old. I'm nearly 51. I do dye my hair really frequently, and in fact, I do typically every time I use a new hair dye, I will do a video of that hair dye just so you can see how I apply it and then the results and my thoughts. And I do have a lot of content actually right now about hair, which is so funny because when I started off doing the beauty product reviews, it was all about the skincare, which is really my passion. But around 2 years ago now, I started going on this kind of hair care journey. I wanted to really improve my hair because it was definitely over processed. I mean, it still is to a certain degree, breaking a lot, wasn't able to grow it long, and I've been doing videos as I go through that journey, and they seem to be the most popular videos, so I'm obviously going to carry on with that. I'm obviously carrying on with my journey. But with the perimenopause, I also have oily roots and dry ends because of this over-processed business. And whilst I have been able to really improve the kind of quality or the look and feel of my hair, I would say, because there's no kind of scientific backing that I've done anything major here, but I have done a lot of things differently in my hair care regime. So it's not only about trying out lots of different products, which, as I said, I mention I do products reviews and I put them up here on this channel, but also it's things like whenever I brush or comb my hair, I use a wet brush, which is much more gentle on the hair. I now always, when I've got wet hair, apply some form of leave-in conditioner before I even start brushing, because I find that kind of allows for greater slippage. The wet brush goes through it more gently. I use a microfiber hair turban to dry my hair. I don't use regular towels. I try to be extremely careful when my hair is wet. I always air dry my hair, and I'm just, it's part of being lazy, but it's just been years where I've been air drying my hair. I very, very rarely use heat, but air drying can bring with it its complications, because when your hair is wet it is quite delicate, so I sort of take greater care there. There's loads of things like sleeping on a silk pillowcase, tying my hair back with a silk hair tie or a satin hair tie, just to kind of reduce the amount of friction. So I do loads and loads of different things and bits and pieces, all of this kind of culminating together, including really trying out lots of different hair care products, I think has been like what is the secret sauce. It's not one ingredient, it's kind of like lots and lots of different ingredients that is really helping me improve the condition of my hair. So I have tried out high-end stuff, I do try out high-end stuff, but I also am very curious about more affordable products. I feel like there's a massive stigma against more budget products, and I'm kind of here to break that stigma, because I definitely don't agree with it. Maybe it's not much in the case of Pantene, but if you look at high-end brands like Redken and Pureology, they're owned by L'Oreal, and L'Oreal has got lots and lots of different brands, and each of the brands is kind of looking for a different target market. So it's not really a sign the more expensive it is, the better it is. It's more around who they're targeting with that product. And I have definitely experienced, particularly with L'Oreal, but with other brands too, that you can get the same results or extremely similar results using a more kind of lower, I don't even want to say lower, a more affordable version of the product. So I go into buying these free products from Pantene with an open mind. You may think, oh, you're crazy, drugstore, blah, blah, blah. But actually, I've had so much success recently with kind of more high street kind of, or I don't know drugstore versions of hair care products, that I'm definitely all for looking at more and more from this kind of target market area. I recently did a review for Tresemme. They've got a range called Lamella Shine, and that's really an interesting range. It's very affordable as well. If you're interested in finding out more about that, then I will link that video up here. And I also did a video about shampoo for oily hair, particularly because that's kind of like the bane of my life, and I will link that video up here too. And then also, just along kind of like a similar vein as this range from Pantene, I recently reviewed the L'Oreal Elvive Growth Booster range, and that's got kind of a patented ingredient in it, or complex in it, which is allegedly supposed to stimulate hair growth. So if you want to know more about that and my thoughts on that, then take a look at this video here. But today we're going to be focusing on 3 products: Pantene Pro V Miracles Grow Strong. This is with biotin and protein strengthener. This is a shampoo. I've got the Grow Strong Conditioner, and I've also got this, it's not called Grow Strong, it's called Go Longer protein strengthener. I think there is a mask in this range, but I didn't get that. I just thought, okay, I'll get these 3 products. And I have to say, for the amount you get, the value is amazing. These are really not expensive. They do offers all the time. I actually think I got this set on offer. So yeah, take a look. So they're affordable anyway, but you can often get them for an even better price. So when I look at the packaging, particularly these 2, I just think bamboo, and I think that is what that is behind there supposed to be. When I smell them, it doesn't actually mention bamboo on here, but when I smell them, the smell is very mild. I'm not really sure what bamboo smells like, so I don't know if they're trying to do a bamboo smell, but it's a kind of fresh but very faint smell. It definitely does not linger. It's not unpleasant at all. And all of these products, I've really enjoyed using them. The shampoo it says, for hair that grows up to 100% stronger, asterisk, and that means hair loss due to breakage. So this is not about stimulating hair growth. It's about stopping breakage happening on your already grown hair. So it's a slightly different twist on things to like the growth booster from L'Oreal Elvive. And then it says strength against styling damage versus non-conditioning shampoo. So yeah, I mean, you know, all these claims, I'm often very skeptical about them, but as I've said to you, kind of my main concern is I don't want something that is going to make my hair even oilier than it already is. I wash my hair every other day, and I just have to do that because I know some of you are going to say you need to train your hair, you're doing it too often, blah, blah, blah. I've tried loads of different things. This is what works for me, and I don't actually think that there is any harm in washing your hair so long as you're not using really harsh products on your scalp and on your hair. There's no harm in washing it frequently, if that's what you know, you do you, boo, right? Okay, so if that's what works for your hair type, then go for it. So this shampoo is really nice to use. It lavers up really nicely. It's when you wash it out, sometimes when you're using a shampoo, I feel like there's still kind of like a residue. Don't get this at all. I get a feeling that my hair is really, really clean, but not stripped when I use this shampoo. For the conditioner, I typically will only apply conditioner from the mids to the ends of my hair, just so that I avoid getting kind of extra greasiness on the scalp area. But when I first used this, I read the instructions on the back and I misread them, or brain fog or sleep deprivation turned the word tips into roots in my head. So I initially was applying this conditioner from the roots all the way to the tips of the hair, but actually what you're supposed to do is apply on wet hair starting from the tips. It doesn't mention the roots. It says for best results use with the Pantene Grow Strong collection, suitable for everyday use. Actually, even when I was applying it to the roots, I did not find that this added grease in any shape or form. I actually have to tell you, I'm so impressed with how my hair has been with this shampoo and conditioner. And then on top of it, I have been using this Go Longer leave-in cream. And you know what I love about this leave-in cream? What I love about this leave-in cream is that you can apply it to wet hair. And that's what I do. I apply it every time I wash my hair. I've been applying it and then using it before I even start combing or brushing through my hair. And it just gives that extra slippage. It makes it so much easier to brush through. But you can also use this on dry hair. And I've used this a few times on dry hair. I'm just going to demonstrate right now. So you just take out a small amount of the cream, rub it over your hands. Or this is what I've been doing. It doesn't actually give much instruction. And if you just apply to dry hair, it just pulls stuff together. I have got a Holy Grail Pantene Haircare item, which is their instant frizz tamer, and which I think has been discontinued, so it's a bit difficult, it's a bit tricky to find now. But this actually works in a very similar way, although the ingredients are different, because I was like thinking, oh, maybe this is very similar ingredients, but whilst this one has got a dimethicone as a second ingredient, the instant frizz tamer's got glycerin, which I love glycerin as a product, mainly for skin, but obviously it works well for the hair as well. And it doesn't add like gunkiness, it just tames things, brings the frizz down, because I do get quite puffy hair. So the other day I was having coffee with a very dear friend of mine, and you know, we've been sharing what we've been going through in terms of both of our hair care journeys. And she said to me, oh my God, Karen, your hair looks so thick. And I actually hadn't noticed, but I do actually think that using this combination has really brought kind of like added volume, but not in a bad way, because I don't want puffiness. I just want kind of luscious locks. And I really feel like this is bringing it. So I am really, really happy with how using this kind of trio of products has gone. I'm really pleased to have this in my repertoire because you can use it on dry hair, and sometimes, you know, that's what you need. You need just to put something on that was just gonna pull yourself together again, pull your hair look together again. And this does that. And it does say for best results, use with Grow Strong Shampoo and Conditioner. So this is definitely designed to work with the shampoo and conditioner that I've already spoken to you about. So yeah, I'm just really impressed. I would love to hear from you if you have used this range, and let me know what you think about this range. Equally, if there's anything that you would like me to review specifically, then please do let me know, and I will add it to my list of products to review. I have an ongoing list of things that I want to try out and I want to share with you here on this channel. If you haven't signed up for my mailing list, please consider doing so. You get 3 free downloads when you join, and I send an email out once every 2 weeks, so it's not an overload of spam, but hopefully I'm sharing some inspirational messages and things that will interest you there on the mailing list. Editing Karen here, just a point. So I spoke about how my hair has been noticeably thicker. In terms of hair loss, I actually haven't noticed any difference. Like, I still feel like I'm losing the same amount when I wash my hair, and the same amount I see on the bathroom floor, which is kind of like my indicator. But I definitely feel like the hair is strong, like my hair is stronger, but clearly I have no like scientific empirical evidence to support that. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that in. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.